Now, hands up if you've ever struggled to find somewhere to park your van when you're out on a trip. I mean, we've all been there before, but right now we are in peak summer touring season here in Australia, and as a result, there's a lot of vans on our roads, but we are seeing some dodgy parking and camping practices that are arguably giving all caravanners a bad name. Now, before we head back to GoRV HQ to talk about it, don't forget to like, share, and make sure you subscribe as well to see more GoRV in your feed. The new year was only a few days old when a small news item crossed my desk. Parking etiquette had gone right out the window when someone decided to park their caravan and their tow vehicle across 5 separate disabled parking bays while they were at Dreamworld. Someone snapped a picture and it quickly took off around the internet. Okay, so we probably all know someone who has snuck into a disabled parking bay intending to duck in and duck out of a store, but this is really taking the piss. And I do think that we should call out this sort of behaviour because caravanners cop enough abuse as it is from the public. This simply adds fuel to the fire and frankly, it's rude and antisocial. To make matters worse, it was reported that this driver was actually offered alternative parking by Dreamworld, but he simply refused. Now, I should point out that this driver apparently did have a valid disability parking permit, but I'm reasonably sure that this permit didn't entitle him to park his rig across 5 separate disabled parking bays. I mean, to state the obvious, what if somebody else who also had a valid permit needed one of those spots? Anecdotally, caravanners parking their rigs wherever they like has become a bit of an issue for some local areas in recent times. Take, for example, the reports of the caravanner who set up his Jayco Eagle in a non-allocated parking area on the Sunshine Coast. Now, apparently the issue of vans being parked in non-allocated areas is a growing problem on the sunny coast, and meanwhile up in Noosa, council is apparently clamping down on long-term caravan stays in parking areas near the beach. So it seems people are just parking their vans wherever they like, with some sleeping in their vans while others are parked up in public spaces. What's going on? Now, it was reported that when it comes to large, illegally parked vehicles such as caravans, Victoria is leading the way with 3,165 reports, while at the other end of the spectrum, Tasmania has just 46. And so the question is, do local governments need to provide better and more accessible parking options for caravanners? The number of vans on our roads is always on the increase and the RV lifestyle is super important to the Australian economy. But when we have a growing problem of vanners camping in public car parking bays, we need to ask the question, do we have the necessary infrastructure in this country? So tell us, do you struggle to find somewhere to park your van when you're visiting a small country town or a major attraction such as Dreamworld? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to see more GoRV in your feed.